Hey plant lovers, today we are going to talk about 5 things you should not do to your houseplants. The first thing that you should not do to your houseplant is to avoid pruning it. Your houseplant wants to be pruned. The act of pruning away yellowing, dead, diseased, or dying leaves can stimulate growth in your plant. Not only does it make your plant look a lot nicer and healthier, but it actually promotes new growth to happen. So don't avoid doing this. Don't be afraid to do this. A nice, clean, sharp pair of pruning shears, that's all you need. So get to pruning those plants. Number 2, don't repot your plant into too large of a pot. You want to go gradually, and you can see some of the mistakes that I have made. Check out my snake plant video on this very same thing. You don't want to do this too quickly because you'll overwhelm the root system. You can get a lot of root rot because of this and other problems. Here's number 3, and this is a big one. I was doing this incorrectly for a long time. Number 3, you do not want to put a layer of rocks or gravel at the bottom of your pot underneath the soil. And let me tell you why. This is a prime recipe for root rot for your plants. We'll talk about this a little bit more. The idea behind putting gravel under your soil was to increase drainage, but it actually does the exact opposite of that. What it does is create something called a perched water table. So right now, without it, your wettest soil is always at the very bottom here. With gravel or rocks at the bottom, you're bringing up where the wettest part of your soil is. Water ends up lingering above this layer of rocks. It doesn't absorb down into it because of the difference in the soil sizes and the rock. Science, okay? We're going back to the basics here. And what that does is it causes root rot more easily for your plants. The better solution is to have a well-draining soil mix for the type of plant that you have and have a well-draining pot. And that transitions me into number 4. Do not let your plants sit in water when you're watering them. Allow them to fully drain. What this means is that you need pots that can drain fully. You need pots that have adequate holes in the bottom, or if you have a decorative pot that doesn't have a hole in it and you have not drilled a hole into it, future video coming on that, you can put a planter pot inside of it the way that we've done with a Monstera Tycon. This Monstera is in a decorative pot and also has its planter pot just sitting inside of it. This allows me to water this fully because this pot has really, really nice drainage in the bottom of it versus its decorative pot, which only has this tiny hole. I don't want this plant to be sitting in a bunch of moisture, possibly causing root rot, and so I've decided to keep it inside this planter pot so that I can water it the way that it needs to be watered. When I water this plant, I water it deeply, fully saturating the soil until water flows all the way through the bottom of this pot. And that takes me to number 5, underwatering your plants. Do not underwater your plants. Like you just saw with my Monstera, you want to fully saturate the soil every time you water. In between waterings, let your plant dry out to the appropriate level for that plant, and then fully saturate it when you do the watering until water flows through the bottom of the plant. Let me know what questions you have, or if there's other content you'd like to see, anything else that you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comments. Thank you.